The Predator films keep getting better and better. Prey was a nice surprise, and from director, I think his name is Daniel Trachtenberg, he makes a sequel that subverts expectations. He makes a film that is an animated anthology series with three different plot lines taking place in three different eras. The first one is my favorite. It follows the tale of a girl or a woman named Ursa, and she's going with her son Anders to take on a rival Viking gang. And the reason she's doing that is because, like all films, it has to do with vengeance. But the story is really well told. The great thing with animation is you can do things with the camera that you can't do with live action. Well, you can, but it looks phony. There's a great sequence where Ursa's pushing through all these other Vikings and she's slaughtering them, and it's all one single take. Eventually, the Predator shows up. Everyone has to put their differences aside and try to kill it. The second plot is in feudal Japan with these two brothers who are basically at a war of succession. And then eventually the Predator shows up, they put their differences aside, and you kind of see where this is going. It kind of becomes sort of a over-repeated motif by the second act, but you get what the movie's saying. The movie's saying that humanity sort of splits itself into its different factions, its different tribes, what have you, and instead of fighting something that's a greater threat like disease or global warming, we fight each other. And of course, the Predator resembles that greater threat. By the third plot line, it's like 1941. You're following the story of Miho. He's a guy who wants to become a pilot, and his father doesn't want him to be one. Not like out of spite or anything. He just wants to keep his son safe. But of course, he becomes a pilot, and they run into the Predator, and that story doesn't work as well because it's very much just like your stereotypical all-American action film. It's, oh boy, I'm gonna go get the bad guys, and here we go, and I'm the optimistic young boy, and yeah, whatever. We've seen it a million times before. It's not as unique as the first two plots. When you get to like the end of the film, everything converges together in a way that doesn't make any sense, and it kind of makes the Predators look illogical. Like, if they want to take over humanity, why don't they just use technical superiority instead of fighting with their spears and their fists? I get it. They want to prove who the alpha is, but isn't that kind of like a dumb objective? Now, when you find out what their actual plan is in the film, which I won't give away, it sort of makes sense why they kind of go about things the way they do, but it's still not very smart. You're an advanced alien species. You can travel across space. Don't you think from centuries ago you would have figured out how to dominate Earth, or how to make humans do what you want them to do? So yeah, I mean, overall though, outside of those little complaints, it's a solid action film. It's very original. It's definitely inspired from the Spider-Verse films. The animation looks a lot like them. And yeah, it's a movie I could definitely recommend. It's too bad that it's only playing through Hulu, because it's something you should see on the big screen because it's visually spectacular. Okay.